Good evening and welcome to our 2022 St Vincent de Paul School Sleepout. We are so excited to welcome our Vincentians to be with us this evening and to journey with our kids to look at ways that we can help those who are in need.
It's our second year, so tonight we've got them doing activities to do with learning about homelessness. A lot of people think homelessness is just people on the streets, but it actually is about people that don't have a home. And some people, it might be in other people's houses or sharing a space on the floor. So the idea behind tonight is for the kids to understand a little bit more about it and realise what it's like sometimes to not have somewhere to sleep that's comfortable.
While we're here this evening, we will remember not just the people who are homeless, but what it is that we can do to make the life easier or better for the people in our own communities.
I am here to help raise awareness about homelessness in Townsville and our community and to hopefully raise some money.
Hopefully this year I managed to score a bit of cardboard. Last year I didn't quite get there, but this year I got a bit of cardboard. It shows how much people are struggling, I guess, and people are doing it tough, they're really doing it tough. You just don't see it sometimes, and being put in that situation, being uncomfortable, gives you perspective on how privileged we actually are and how much we need to help.
So this is the first Vinnies Sleepout I've ever come to in my time here at Ryan and also my previous schools. It's been really great to come here to see our Vincentians talking to our students. It's been great seeing our students getting ready to sleep rough tonight. Great to see them do the activities. It was amazing to have our little people from the junior campus, so years 3 to 6. They've all gone home now, and we've got our senior campus students, grades 7 and 12, getting ready for their nighttime activities and then for their sleeping rough.
Our sleep out raises much needed funds and donations for our local St Vincent de Paul conference at the Good Shepherd Community Centre. So we work to help out our community and give our kids the experience of being able to put themselves in the position of the other.
There was a really good budgeting activity where we had to budget for 2 weeks groceries with $25. I found that really hard personally. There was a Monopoly game, but you couldn't make money, you just lost money until you lost the game. That was interesting. I think as the night goes on, we'll have a few more activities and we'll learn more about homelessness as an issue.
So the kids are all set up in the shelter shed for the night, so they think they're going to be sleeping there. There may be a bit of a twist later on, but yeah, so we're actually going to move them back into a safer place for tonight. But at the moment, they're all set up in the shelter shed in the nice cold conditions. And we're going to get somebody to move them on, just like they do in real life, in the parks later on, and get them to experience that, which is new for them this year.
Tonight's big surprise was for the students to experience homelessness at the full extent. So we got security to come into the shelter shed, and what the security did was say, get off our private property, because that's what real homeless people experience and what they go through, and we wanted our students to experience the same thing. So we moved them from the shelter shed back into a mayor's hall and to a safer environment.
We have our wonderful Vincentians here tonight, our St Vincent de Paul members, who are here to offer their knowledge about the people in the community that they help and how they help them. So they talk a bit about, food vouchers, how the donations that we give to them, they pass on to get things like groceries, kids' uniforms for school and school supplies and things. And they talk about how our help helps them to help others.
So if you want to help our local Vinnies in Townsville, the best thing to do is to donate some money, or maybe give them some winter clothing, or maybe a blanket or a pillow, or even a sleeping bag, something they can really use. Most homeless people in Townsville, they also have a dog, so maybe providing some dog food or anything to keep the dog warm as well. And really, if you want to volunteer your time, contact the local Vinnies, and I'm sure they'll give you a job to do.
It's been good for our students to see how lucky they are to have a roof over their heads, to have food in their stomachs, and to have warmth. It's been a good experience. I encourage every student to give it a go in the future.